Guys, this is your favorite Crazy Jack over here. Reporting from home. Made it over from the Rose City Comic Con 2019. It's been a blast. I'm going to make this into a two-parter episode. This first part is my personal experience over at the con, who I saw, who I met, and basically my all over general experience. The second parter is for my unboxing or unveiling about what I got over at the con. Like for instance, I got me an Aki Bento box for free. And I have not opened it yet. I have not even seen what is in this box. So, basically, the unboxing and all that is going to be a 100% fresh reaction. And, so anyway, on we go to part one. Okay, day one, I was able to go to the Hercules panel, with Kevin Sorbo. And you could easily find that on YouTube as my Hercules experience at the Rose City Comic Con 2019. Basically, all the panels I went to, the Hercules one on Friday. I also went to Ricky Whittle, a god? Question mark. Ricky Whittle plays Shadow Moon in American Gods. He was kind of fun. Sunday, I went over to a Goofy reunion with three of the major voice actors for a Goofy movie, as in, like, Jason Marsden, who played Max, I forgot his name, but he played Goofy, and Pauly Shore, who was Max's best friend, the stoner who said they'll need taro cheese. Anyway, I had to pick and choose my battles this year because I suffered a silent heart attack in January, and because of that, I had to have a walker. And so I had to choose which panel I needed to go to or wanted to go to, and feasibly do that without suffering a major heart attack afterwards because of sheer walking exhaustion. My cardiologist said either bring the walker or I'm not going to show up in the first place. So I bent to the will of my medical masters because I really wanted to go, and I was told that I can't go to every single panel that I wanted to, and I wanted to go to at least 3 or 4 a day. But my doctor told me that I needed to do 1 a day and maybe just 1 round on the convention floor. So instead of doing my normal 21.8 mile walk for a 3-day time span in the convention center, which, by the way, it is, that's pretty much no bullshit when it comes to the walking distance inside of the Portland Convention Center, because it may not look like it from the outside. It may look like a small building comparatively when it comes to Comic-Con, but when you get inside, it's pretty much like the Weasley family tent at the Quidditch World Cup or Doctor Who's TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside, so you'll be very surprised to find out that you would walk a half mile from one end of the convention center to the other. Now, with that being said, this time around, I was very pleased with the fact that I was doing at least a good 15 mile walk this time around compared to the 21.8. which that meant that, yes, I was, overworking myself, but at least I gave myself enough time and a lot of time to have rest breaks here and there with my walker, because it has a makeshift seat on it. So anyway, that being said, I was actually very pleased with the way that I was able to limit myself, but at the same time not scrimp on having fun. I was disappointed with myself about not being able to do any after parties, so that's my loss a little bit. But it's also still my game because I still have fun. Now, I was able to have conversations with people like Tim Curry, Carrie Elways, Wallace Shawn, Chris Sarandon. He showed up. I mean, pretty much 3, maybe 4 people from the Princess Bride movie, and I loved the Princess Bride. I even dressed up as a gender-bending Dread Pirate Roberts. Now, I also managed to get free autographs from some of these celebrities, like Monica Rial. Yes, I actually got to see Monica Rial, and what kind of was interesting with my conversation with her is that when I mentioned Vic Mignogna to her, I mean, just in passing, like the fact that I did not know who exactly did the voice of Natsu from Fairy Tail, that I mistook him for Vic Mignogna. And her reaction to the name Vic Mignogna was not indicative of a person that had been raped or attempted to be raped or even sexually assaulted by him. She did not have the typical reactions that would be indicative to that. I mean, she acted like he was the best buddy in her life, and I don't know if that is her playing it off for certain people, or she was a total bullshit liar when it comes to her being one of the key figures in the Kick Vic program. But she reacted like Vic was still her best buddy, and it's like, how could that be when you had a lot of negative interactions with Vic Mignogna? So that got me to question everything that she was doing. But I also was telling a lot of these celebrities that, hey, look, you've been my hero, which I'm not lying about that, because all these celebrities that were showing up, well, most of them that showed up, like Jason Isaacs, Wallace Shawn, Carrie Elways, Tim Curry. Robert Englund showed up for a second time in like the past 5 years. Will Wheaton was there for like the 4th time in the past 5 years. But yeah, these guys have been my heroes because since I was raised up in a secretive FLDS family, I was highly abused. And since there was, at that point in time, no way out of the abuse, I was being told all the time by my mom that I was a fucking retard, that nobody wanted to hang out with the retard, that no one would really want to be my friend unless they were to take pity on me, because retards always get pity, and therefore they're not your real friends. So I was under the impression that the world would be better off without me in it. So from the ages of 10 to 17, I tried at least 76 times to commit suicide. But when I would always be on the precipice, like at the last second of me being alive, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, would always put on either a program, like a movie or a TV episode of something that I was like highly into at that point, and I would always suck myself into a fantasy world where these characters from the shows or the movies or like different books would always come up to me and give me a big huge hug or say something that would be akin to like, you could do it, you could make it, we're waiting for you to be our friend. If you would just stay alive for a little longer, you could actually hang out with us sometimes, and that would give me hope and strength to actually move on and survive. Well, when I was telling some of these people that, especially like with Carrie Elways, I mean, I kept on thinking when I was a kid that if Wesley from The Princess Bride was able to survive the torture, the massive abuse that he was, surviving under from the original Dread Pirate Roberts, and he became the next Dread Pirate Roberts, a much more badass person than he was when he was the meek farm boy, then I could survive anything too. And so when I told him that, he ended up giving me a free autograph, 3 hugs, and his phone number. And it was actually like, to see all my heroes, it was just one mind-blowing experience after another, that not only was I getting all these free autographs and people's phone numbers, but the fact that I was being declared half the time by all my heroes to be a hero, and I still don't think that I'm worthy enough to have that kind of praise. Now with Pauly Shore, on the other hand, I've seen him on his signing, or in his signing booth on like a Saturday evening, and I gifted to him the only thing I had on hand, which was a unopened canister of pizza flavor Pringles, because I thought, hey, look, I don't have my Cheese Whiz to give to him as a fan gift, so I thought, hey, pizza has cheese on it, and it's already a tower, so I thought, okay, I went up to him and I said, hey, King Weasel man, here's a leaning tower of pizza cheese, get in on this grindage, bruh. And he wanted to autograph the canister, the tube, and give it back to me. I said, no, that's just my gift to you. So I found out on Sunday at the panel that as soon as I walked away, he instantly cracked open that tube and not only was chowing down on the chips, but he also shared it with Jason Marsden, who played Max, and Craig Sipes, who did Beast Boy for Teen Titans, and he let out a little secret that, sorry, I've been having lots of acid reflux lately. So anyway, he told me that he ended up getting recently diagnosed like 2 months ago with type 2 diabetes, and that on the Saturday he had not eaten anything all day, so he called me a hero for saving his life by giving him food. So on that aspect, I actually did take that at face value, because at that point I felt like I truly earned that title of hero, because I actually did something to help somebody else and it worked, and because of it, saved somebody's life. So yeah, that aspect I do agree with it. I do accept the title of hero. I mean, even if it's like a minor hero, I still accept it. Now, just by sheer fact of surviving suicide and surviving a lot of abuse, being called a hero, I'm still having a hard time accepting that. But one serious hang up that I actually do have with this year's con is from one celebrity in particular, about the way that she does her practices, and especially when it comes to the conventions. And I know that there is a lot of times where I pretty much almost have 95% nothing but good things to say about certain celebs, but this one, I think that she truly earns the title of the term bitch, and that is Billie Piper. She for about 2, maybe 3 years played Rose Tyler in Doctor Who. She was the ninth and 10th Doctor's companion. She also did all 3 seasons of Penny Dreadful as Bruna Croft / Lily Frankenstein. And I've been a real big fan of the chick for about 15 years. Now, when I found out that she was showing up, I thought, hey, cool. I get to say hi to her and bye to her the same way that I've done with many other celebrities. And since I'm on Social Security, I don't get to have any kind of like real deep finances for autographs or photo ops, because I barely scrimp and save to even go there in the first place. So for me, just to say hi is just a trip in and of itself, because it's like, hey, look, I may not have the photos to prove it, but at least I still have the fucking memories. But with Billie, she was just saying from her little table at the signing booth that, oh, this year I'm not going to do any meet and greets. I'm not going to do any high and buys. I'm just going to do the autographs and the photo ops. So if you're just going to do a meet and greet, get out online, because I only have time, or only have enough patience just to say hi and bye to the people who pay for it. So I just thought that was a real bitchy move. I mean, Billie, if you're watching this, that was uncool. I mean, been a fan of yours for 15 years. If we're discussing British terms here, I live on a pension. So, Social Security, I barely get like maybe 10, 15 bucks a month just to save, just to go to the convention. Not only to pay for the ticket, but also to pay for a crappy bunk bed inside of a hostel for that costs $25 a night. And maybe, just maybe, 50 bucks for food for the whole week just to go see you. And you didn't have the gracefulness to spare just 30 seconds just to say hi and goodbye to a fan who pretty much is living below the poverty line, and you only had enough time for the people who paid 75 bucks for your autograph and 125 bucks for your photo? I don't have $125 to get a photo with you. I don't have 60, 75 bucks just to have a picture with your autograph on it. I'm barely lucky just to have 15, 20 bucks a month to save up to go to this convention in the first place. All I wanted to do was say hi, and you had to go to say, oh, I'm only having enough time for people who pay for it. You just treat yourself like you're a whore. Because only whores have time for people who have the money for it. You just showed that you are a materialistic little bitch. Now, I don't know if you had a bad day or not. But leave that shit at the curb when you go into a convention, because there are people over there that are probably more damaged in the head than you would actually give credit for. What if, Billy, and I'm talking to you, Billy, and seriously, think about this. What if you say that to another fan, someone who doesn't try to see things from your point of view about you having a bad day? What if you pulled that same shit on somebody else, and that night that other person commits suicide because they think that you don't care about them? Ever think of that? So that's my only really bad thing that happened this year. Now, granted, every other year that I've gone has been a blast. Pretty much 95-96% of the time I have nothing but positive to say about it. But this year, there was only one thing that I had a serious rant for it. Now, that has been my personal experience over at the con, and let's just say that I am going to cut off right here, so I could have enough room on my camera phone and on my SD card, so I could film the unboxing and unveiling about my haul. But as always, like, subscribe, and I know that it's been at least maybe 2 years since I've actually done anything extra on the Facebook page. I'm sorry, there has been a lot of shit that I've been going through in the past couple years, like for instance, the heart attack, moving to a new apartment, which actually is pretty cool, dealing with a lot of bullshit, and dealing with a lot of bullshitty people. Now, I am going to try to do more updates on the Facebook page, so please bear with me. I'm still kind of new at handling my own Facebook group, YouTube channel, and everything else, and trying hard to also build a social life that I never even had before even moving over here to Oregon. I'm still learning the ropes about a few things, so bear with me. Be patient. And I also just recently got onto Reddit and Twitter, so I'm trying to build my social media portfolio, and I'm also still working on three novels, one for a comic book, one for Once Upon a Time, and my memoir. So I've been pretty fucking busy, so please bear with me if you see a lot of sporadic updates on certain aspects of my social media. So anyway, this is your Crazy Jack signing off with the hope of like, click, subscribe, share, whatever. And on top of that, please click on the bell for your notifications, so therefore you can get more notifications or notifications of more videos, which I promise I will try to get back up to my my old publishing times, where I would do one video a week. But like I said, please be patient. It's been a rough 2 years, and I'm going to try to get back on things, okay? So, with me signing off is peace, love, and nerd out.